smell mold. Do you smell mold?
No, Grandma, I don't. Maybe it's the dog.
Grandma looked to the dog at her side, the one that would kill her 4 years later, with his leash. She was on a toucan print couch. I sat in some sort of pleather medical lift lounger, the color of logs. Already, this was the longest conversation I'd ever had with her. Typically, I would just pop my head into her art studio and quickly compliment her watercolors of the North Pole. But today, my grandpa was running late for our pinochle date. He was at Walmart stealing Irish Spring and Dr. Pepper. "The only doctor and Mick I like," he'd wink. Grandma looked like an otter, a troubled one. She favored white sweatshirts, mint pants, and shoes that looked like Tootsie Rolls. It was clear she'd shown her hairstylist a $2 bill as a reference. Her interest? Tai Chi, butterscotch, being tickled pink, and freezing everything. She froze fire. She was always cold. I want to say her name was Jeanne. There was a lull in the conversation. I looked to a crystal dish filled with black and purple gumdrops, souvenirs from a confectionery shop in Missoula. The otter spoke.
Do you believe in past lives?
I narrowed my eyes, signaling contemplation, but she was already dredging up the distant past.
First, I was a cave woman. It was very isolating, and the pelt smelled of dung. I had a saber-toothed kitten. Then I was a serving boy in ancient Rome. Your grandfather was my master. He was married to your mother. They were terrible to me. My arm ached from holding grapes over their mouths. Later, I drowned when your grandfather, the bastard, pushed me into the vomitorium.
I can't believe you did that.
I knew my grandfather had quite the past. Mine explosions, Vegas double crosses, purloined patents, rapids of brandy, battling a sheep-sized black widow in Vernon, Arizona. But an evil Roman emperor?
You're certain you don't smell mold?
No, Grandma. I'm really sorry.
I heard the garage door open, so I pressed the button on the chair, and it began its slow ascent to leave me standing. We found out later that Grandma's skull had molded, her nasal cavities filled with furry green fungi. She was that old. My grandfather gave the eulogy at her funeral. He set his Dr. Pepper atop the angled podium and it slid right off. Then he gazed out at the mourners like a crow, stuck out his arm and held his arthritic thumb to the side. Dead silence as we awaited his verdict on Grandma's latest life. He gave it a thumbs down, and we roared. When it was my turn, I stepped to her tiny casket. She lay inside like a molded loaf of sourdough in a bread box, peaceful now that she was free from her husband, smiling beatifically as she awaited her next life. Perhaps she'll be reincarnated as an otter. That could be cool. I can just see her now, on the banks of British Columbia, gleeful and liberated and strong-tailed. Oh, look at her, sliding on her belly down a muddy hill with a mouthful of crab and a pawful of pebbles. Totally oblivious to the fact that it's 2065, and Robot Grandpa, a soldier from the dry side of the water wars, has her in the sights of his phaser rifle. Choo!